the Met Gala, fuck Coachella, fuck Rolling Loud, fuck the Met Gala, fuck Coachella, fuck Rolling Loud, fuck the NBA or NFL playoffs, fuck the Super Bowl, fuck spending money, fuck going to work, fuck celebrity worship, fuck politics, fuck relationship podcasts, fuck paying taxes, fuck entertainment, fuck concerts, fuck all of this shit. It's literally time to shut this shit. The Met Gala, fuck Coachella, fuck Rolling Loud, fuck the NBA or NFL playoffs, fuck the Super Bowl, fuck spending money, fuck going to work, fuck celebrity worship, fuck politics, fuck relationship podcasts, fuck paying taxes, fuck entertainment, fuck concerts, fuck all of this shit. It's literally time to shut this shit the fuck down for good. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Nobody is angry enough. Pedophiles and baby-eating, blood-drinking demons rule the world. They are making the cost of living and the cost of everything damn near unaffordable, like gas, rent, food, water, basic shit that we can't live without much. They are erasing people's cultures, histories, and lineages and rights. They're using your tax money to bomb foreign nations and innocent women and children. When will enough be enough? And you know what's crazy? Most people think we need to go in the streets and protest and riot violently. Fuck no. That's exactly what they want. The best way to shut down the system, and I've said this before, is to stop participating in it. Stay in your homes, stop going to work, stop buying, stop clocking in, stop feeding into their entertainment, and I promise you, watch how fucking quickly this entire system shuts down. The game ends immediately. The machine only breathes because you give it your oxygen. We've been hypnotized into believing we're the audience in the theater, but we aren't the audience, we're the fuel. Every time you scroll through a red carpet event while your fridge is empty, you're feeding the demon. Every time you argue over a political puppet while your tax dollars are being converted into shrapnel to tear through the flesh of a child halfway across the world, you're signing the check. They have commodified your attention and weaponized your survival. And they've gaslit a majority of the world to think we need them more than they need us. Fuck no. They need us more than we need them. Because remember, I've said this before, they manage the power, we are the power. Without us, the system doesn't exist. It doesn't fucking exist without us. People are spiritually exhausted. That's the part nobody says out loud. Everybody keeps talking about inflation, politics, dating, culture wars, left versus right, man versus women, black versus white. But underneath all of it is exhaustion. People are tired of feeling like life is being reduced to survival bills while pretending to be entertained. Tired of waking up just to sell hours of their existence back to a machine that would replace them in a week if they died tomorrow. They're tired of being told to heal individually while living inside systems that profit from stress, division, addiction, insecurity, loneliness, and overconsumption. And the craziest part, most people know something feels wrong, but they're so overstimulated and beaten down that they don't even know where to place the anger anymore. They're so exhausted, they're so mentally drained, their brains are fried. And the real trap was never changed. It was convenience, endless scrolling, endless dopamine, endless noise, a population distracted enough to confuse stimulation with fulfillment. We became a civilization of spectators watching our own lives happen from behind the screen. Everybody's consuming, barely anybody's creating, barely anybody's present. Families sit in the same room staring at different algorithms. Friends hang out while mentally somewhere else. People know more celebrity gossip than they know about their own grandparents. And corporations figured out a long time ago that a distracted population is much easier to sell to than a connected one. And no, the answer is not blind destruction or chaos. Chaos burns ordinary people first. The answer is discipline, community, consistency, building local relationships again, supporting actual human beings instead of giant systems whenever possible, learning skills, spending less time hypnotized by outrage and entertainment, thinking critically, becoming harder to manipulate emotionally. The system becomes weaker the second people stop acting like consumers first and human beings second. That's where real power starts. Not in screaming or informative outrage, in clarity, awareness, reflection, introspection, self-control. In millions of people collectively quietly deciding they're done living disconnected from themselves. They're done participating in the system that has no benefit. And the root cause of this nightmare is this entire matrix. We've been programmed from birth to ask for permission to exist, to eat, and to move. We think we need a leader to tell us when to be angry or a riot to show we're serious. But the most terrifying thing to a tyrant is not a brick through a window. It's an empty office. It's a silent cash register. It's a world where the masses simply stop looking at the screen. They want the violence because violence is a language they speak better than you. They want the riots because it justifies the boots on your neck. But they have no plan for a world that just sits down and says, no, we're not doing this anymore. If the bus doesn't move, the stock market doesn't tick, and the celebrities are screaming into an empty void because nobody is watching the feed, the illusion vanishes. The demons only have power because we agreed to play their game. The solution is a total, unapologetic withdrawal of consent. Stop seeking fixes within a system designed to keep you broken. And this is not about a strike, it's about a complete divorce from a parasitic reality. We have to reclaim the internal spark that they've tried to drown in a sea of distractions and debt. When you stop feeding the beast starves. It's that simple. And it's that horrific for them. The exit door
flooding to the ground for becoming nutrients for the soul. So continue with that under the gospel for the laws of God. The cycle in which life moves to the weaker of the will for the coincidence. Only free for the change in the road for the not the rules. Karma is God's oath, lifeless is God's will. Peace, just believe, there for the perfection for the written and divine print. Right in the way for the left, for the left, for the left, for the dissolution over the what you just see there. Sealing over the cliff and over the end of the road with the hope for this is becoming your destiny for the world. With the ladies and gentlemen, for the brothers and sisters, the warriors of the spirit, for the lending of it, not just your ears, but your truth.
You're tuned in to WBAT
Change, truly change must
Radio
first
Free
devour the
Today.
darkness and never hide, not fear for the swallowing of the whole, for the taste of bitterness and the down name for the breaking of the whole. For the shadow, for it's not your enemy, for it's the proof that you have light. And the fan for the flame, to let it rise and let it burn. For this a small illusion for the powerless and the light is not fragile, it is fire. Fury. Forgiveness and feed it, speaking to you. For the let it rule and only find the right. The divinity for the books and not in the temples and the mirrors and the scars of the sun. Beside us between our hearts and realizing that you're still standing in life. Come to trace. Divine self. Unthinkable for the slaying and your conduct for the becoming the deciding of the beyond the divinity for the choosing your faith for the forge of the fire and over the who makes us start thinking. So rise, with the light the flame for the rising become what you have and what you can, and this is your beginning connection. Out over the what is something. Love it is stand for the out of the two broken rangers for the coffin and the evil from the chemical the cousin for the obsession for the down and the empty and apple for this and the voice of the pain for every place of the soul. Beneath the water inside is an inch. Falling in the step as it began to push. In action and take it for the giving the scope for the only the pain for the searching for the more for the life it's easier than for the nothing the truth the pain is all the searching for this all of you for the earnestly giving the choice and what you find yourself the pain for the change and the happy for this. One word, that's just a key. Only integrity give the change of strength. This is the fine mind and the greatness and the crystals so that everything the untitled for the pain is still here for the worst and worst. Rather day for the behind the teeth that you can get it for the check. I am underneath and on the kitchen so flat enough to see the world beyond the teacher. But I am like a grandfather clock for the soldier that fight my way. Succumb to the heart flutters to before flies into the stomach with the foot underground grab crack beneath you're crumbling into the lava for the forming of your feet. Words that don't make sense. It was washed in each other's feet. Silence been twirling me, and another finger for the tracking of the ridges of the ages of the causes and the softened by the water and time. And it was just a gesture for the lover that does not boast. And the bowl overflowed with the stories inside and said, and it's hummed under the breath for the echoes of the morning when the leaving is one of the hardest to command. And the fanfare for the slowness of the recognition for the spoke between the silence and tasting over the pulse, and just the sight of fruit from once forbidden for the now share freely, with the harvest that comes within them for the wheat, coin but the children protected from the war becoming. Storms within the womb for the moment, the glances changed the house of them dim hallway for the east AM for the connection by the cried in the arguments and bled into the devotion for the made the list of fears of the past and then offerings. But in the reckoning found the encouragement that's allowed the persistent pain and this warning to the muscles like the faith at work. When it parted for the did not say goodbye, nodded towards the sky for the meet them again for the stars, no gravity for the language that become flickered for the breath of cosmos. And sometimes I wonder if the contemplation is the existence of moonlit ink, this writing to hush, this air fed thinner for the memory to move. Not to be killer in kindness and not a murderer, for the release the whisper, for the turn into the ink before they disappear completely, for the holding the way for the glance and the lingering too long, there'll be nothing enough to be named for the sin because of the poems that are more than not admitted to. The reaching you, to feel it for the never, the one to change you must have instead of ever to remember your name for the soft undoing, or for what you call the blank space between the lines and hold all regret. The caring forever, ever and ever myself say that this is a poem, so this is how to become the only place that still exists in this. Not enough on the break to hate that this always have to be.
Limited, you can have nothing to love and felt nothing on the same to be. One the first sacrifice, the reality for the list before the wall, facts before the silencer. The guilt, shame, but plea, the impulse to make its appearance at first, and you see it, it looks divine. Sort of like a determining of the edison taking off of your polluting through vanishing had to leave with nothing to chance. This is looking at us and decided to pull for the summary, for the relationship, for the lies to follow, for the pivotal right, the rules of the written for the person to be. The author said some of the names in this book that's been changed to maintain the dignity for the privacy of others in another lifetime. I never met, to remain strange. This is not for the world, this is not for the planet, for the language is musical, for the existence is spiritual. And I speak in harmonic syllables in the rhythm, the sacred symbols, and over your meeting the body for the moon, release the eye that came from another, for the realms of the high divine, for the dimensions, for the spaces somewhere far away, for the more than mind, for this more than what it's like, for this not for the world, for this is like for the planet, I plan it that way. Not for this to be the dissing yourself, for this to get help, safe, hate, for the self-hate over what you could say, for the utilize it again, for the wasted time, for the prime example, for the going off balance, and you could be, make haste and steal the harmonious crime. This would be the need to read the mind, for heinous as it could be the least ice cream. Read about the care of the design, for the write this down, now I find appreciated what it been to like to be divine, whatever matter, for the rebellion wasn't even on. Naive and stupid brain, for the scattered, this would be the people for no reason to run, for this your pain and with your obsession with the telling of you can have the stages at the end for the line, for the best time you can find it. It's not good for you, nothing, you can become a punchline. Something deterred for the not feel absurd enough for left to this be the honest and gentleman that everyone has his own skill set. This is the body if I'm worthy of everyone. Here's a piece of shit for this to be the analyzing the lines here to find. Opportunity for straight parallel for this to be the same for the straight. More to hate for this, and when the crowd is watching, you can finally know when you can have the power for the getting away with the heartbreak, but you compose your beat. Affiliated for the must be the thrill, for the heart that uses the bursting at the seams, and they really thought about it for the end of the grind. You were the only knew for the feeling inside of me, for they would never ask, and they were here to find a character that heard it. On the after I arrive, for this don't see me, but I can sing for you, for this to be never to make me laugh and hang on to. Another one is gone, for the sun is fully faded, for the safety side to find the high. Place until the dawn. Maybe perhaps living the life of the maybe perhaps this make the full of heart for this to not be. Cry to let it overflow for the dam exploding and do it now for the back of the side of for the try to redefine the wonders of the off of the thought for this today in the head of life. Destroy the anger for the tip of the city for the what you hate the salt against what you can do for better than me for this dismiss this find the live back for the rest of it you can take it for the death of the sound of the train rain find the letter for the pain for the temp for the soul. The game is so tight, reflect back to this reason. If you realize that I played it wrong for the opponent, you never been on the court. If you can find a way for the prayer, for the way too much negative frequency, you're never to be the here to decide love. Promises who we true rob and pray on for no business plans, escape plans, exactly where I meant to be. For listen to the music of color, we can never connect to briefly a teenager. Beginning of the overwhelming sadness and big dreams I get to live out. I like the lesson for the pleas I don't get to see, for the never got to be for me. Myself die for this, would never feel the heartbreakingly sad for the number that would have went on for the living and the life of the living of the supposed to be the much pain for the never the suffering for the runs into the room laughing, filling in the chest with the warm swell for the overpowerness of the ache for the life of the unknown for the absolute love and the life of the live for the slow morning for the be the cup of coffee for the watching your family over your created in the world for the remember the something to show for the love of the beats of the world for the friend and hardship put together to be the heartbeat for the exactly where I am, not an X, this act exactly where I am. light, for the shape, for the shifting of the eye, for the hidden door, for the power, for the didn't know where you existed, for the straight lines, the blur, for the tangled, for the thread, for the one thing, for the shifting of the landscape. Confusion hums in a low sound, for the run out to anchor down, for the forgiving, the seeking, the heart, for the quiet, and turning a question, for the asking of a why, for the rhetorical, for the halo, for the golden light, for the auras of pure, the love, for the overflows, the blur, the vision, if the how. Truth hides in the missing fall, for the seek, the light, to find true self. It's love, knowledge, for the tender caressing of the palm against the tongue, taint, fine shoulder, for ain't, this spiral, for the it's etch, seashell, for the discovering of the talents, lung up, for the hand, the camping of a breath, this is the power to run. Tip of the ego, for the jealousy of the ice, sharp, plop, dance, lightning, tears apart the air, the zone. This is sage, spice, what the dust composed from this not absent sun. Wet leaves too long upon the grass of the warmth of the northern killings of the feast of the muck. The dark winds chase away the rain tonight, for the storm follows the same. For the coyotes croon and never the dare to not revive for the retreat. You for the knowing is all your fault, for the prayer, for the summer, for the end of the spine. Sharp for the grenade, I find a little bomb, but that's what to me the torches, and never again for the willis, for the walk over, never again for the details of the craft, we have to do anything for the pain. Thanksgiving is not, it's in vain for what you call place to heal, for the graveyard to one's home, for the previous frame, for the shallow grave, and there's a fresh corpse. Next to the past shells of the new number for your engraving, the 19 stones in line beside, but this will be the version of the past. So for years I now have grown gone to this, these be the stones, and I've led for this the graveyard for so
good goodness of life. Damn.
Moments I knew before with me for the taking accountability for the supposed that to be okay for the hurt me. For the say it goes deep account for this to say the hurtful ways. Now to recognize more for the band-aid, fresh wounds, and wounds that kept tearing back open from everyone that's really twisting it. Audacity to come back to the life of the devil, the disrespect to be angry over this, not to be around the circles and never did. What is free will to raise the broad voice and just to shape the hands and never ask who you want to be? Free will come quietly for the knowledge of rebellion, for the knowledge of fire, for the question, for the do you think this is why I follow the path I never chose, and never the moment for the asking for the word like that. I stepped through it alone, for the roots tearing for the soil, for the claim to the own need, for this is shaking your fault. Growing somewhere new for the baby new, the born free, for the maybe that we become free for the first time we decide to pass and not the prison for the baby simply. Courage to rewrite what the story was and to obey the quiet choosing what will be from no one else is watching in integrity. Heretics who go to hell for the prophets of waiting there. Maybe the power of the life to fill your hearts with the armor, your darkness and wastes and subdue. Not overcome by the fear of the vanity here and there, for the time is only illusion for the heretics and to go to mountain for you. Divine messengers for the grace and will descend upon you there for this going. Nothing that will reveal your name, for leaving behind the earth is definitely emptiness. An army in darkness will overcome you. You wither holding the eyes of men for the inspiration of the oracle. Way the great crown for the paved the ways through the bare hands of the veteran of the army of your sorrows, and every the young men who can understand. Who's guided by the dark and never forgot the way home, for the footprints steered the straight things the truth. For the path of death's kingdom, for the withers who face the cheer hostility. Choose not to waver the storm, but held fast to the anchor with the wisdom of the family. Half the count was ever for the husband. Broke with a wandering glance. This will show the sacrificial love again. You can show the treasures of the children over the ready to lay themselves in this weapon of the river. To whose will not show hatred and lack of discipline, to prove the love we provide for this lessons regarded us since. And to those who search for knowledge in the desert, silver and gold, for the still looking for the fathers of the abandoned with the mold. There's to stand, but the achievement of the years, and for the labor, the love. Young and safe, this is everything again to give. Throughout this day, be blessed with you for the purpose. met its day for this to find a wearer with a gray crown, for the let it work for the elders to be on the full display. Sad at the end that it was not negative for the toxic and abusive, for the expectation rather I have severance, the adjustment to what I meant for this not to be for the fence on the right side, for the placement of the nail on the floor, for the rebel to breathe, nothing for the motionless and outward, and you can stand still for the gimlet. Time passing goes ever so slowly for the dangerous passage that I live for the youth and the find plain view for the disobedient enjoying the doom. The new adder over to go to red face of the flush, the better sense of the place of the plain view. Or only the stars that will fall for the spangled ones and over the wing when they fall. Park the voice and right for music fresh. Jacket checking it before the scepter of deliverance. And the last and the one hope for the touching for the worthy of the everything for the dream of the soft for the winds wake up and live along the way for the blow the heart for the significance of the heart like this is I am the dark. When I'm waiting for the waiting for the torture, maybe the truth will be for the foreplay, for the blind, or the written of the words on the forehead, for the come to life, for the silhouettes and carry out the spark of life, and this is in God's against
We don't ever know how we gonna be acting.
and when we do find for the how to go through the nothing, the nothingness, and the nothingness, the cloud of the blind. Sparing me with the purpose of the fun, walk to the back of the place, present for the world is on fire, for the children, for the world is burning, for the feeling of tremors of the eye. Suddenly pounding for the front. Anxiety, this is catalyst for the rate. All things that I established at the very rarely age for keeping now for the binding of the cage until the end. To great rearrange is stuck in the loop. Repeating inside of the head of the cat. Find over things that I make up while laying in the head. Brain thoughts of the fish to be losing all this appeal for this to be the deep. Steam stuff it's so hard to heal. But to keep practicing what is real for the I want to find. It's to slow down for the spinning of the wheel. First step time, Greenberg teaching. This is all the sense of your heaven for the can't wait to reach. Pro the gates, for every page that I read. Just sounded the escape from all the weight. This the pain for the brother chronic hold by allowance of the endless of the rain. And lost but yet to be found for this to be. Lost in my mind. Can't lose control for the spin of the time and trying. Hold the blow that keeps us alive. You're trying to protect it within yourself and soul. Signing through the pain, the light and light. Instead, can't take it away. Searching at the beginning and then must fall for this. The million times that I found it worth to get up again. It's rubber and glue for this is off. Ready to raise the race, pull up and break. Wear me out for the head. Sticks. The bottom feet for the grass. The scrub spider for the air. The slope. Communicate. This is such a life you want. The only evil innocent for the dark. Brown shark. Still the crimson. You still find something. Still coming through. Invisible for the no deep reality. Wait for the vision of the bar. Answer your title here. This to be light. Walk the fire for what it is to find high. Something that is trouble for the one high. Heal the witness for the can't see the fire. This is still accident for the flavor. Some question for the reality for the ability. The one for the repeatedly for the no for this or nothing with the often rare is a reality. Nobody rules over me for the thinking. Crushing my dreams to disappointment to fall apart for the speed of all the rhythm. Worried about the secondly to give me the break for the blood. The chronicles of the people pleasing for the keeping me. You refuse to go with my intent to show me the accept the attachments of every force. She's finally drafted no longer for there for the lost and for the not in the crazy horse sense.
Take prints of my soul from the right now I feel. Ever put it I can think to find peace out of 1, 2, 4, this is my definition of more for the purpose of the you forget the love. While the water boils at the strand, the baby warm, with the look. Because you know the water is a little sweet, this is starting to rub, over yourself, but the hair starts to warm. The blood of love, I'm in my marriage, the deep with the black and every breath in this supply of love in my breath. And I am at the rage beat. See things and things and lots of things in the spirit wrestling. Wrestling over what you find a red or the sparrows again for the morning or over the marriage and the past. And let me think of the thoughts that are spread for the use of the wisdom from the discard. Discarded for the leaves that are lost that are just to leave the endless of the mess of the words that was prior to me. And let me think for the thoughts that are upon you uprooted for the used to be, for the discarded for the death, for the leave the endless of the business with the words of the spiraling over yourself for the thought for the death, for the bed for the just to be the burn for the road with the staggering star. For the heaviness of the guilt for the something I built for this wishing of my own shaking hands. For the missing of the phone call, for the quiet, for this the crave, and this the twisting of the door, the turning of your hands, for the hating of your alienation of the please forgive me. Distorted mirrors with the spent most of the time trying to find the ease to see yourself for this through the distorted mirror over your mirrors are crafted by the guilt. And it makes my mind writing becomes difficult enough for the reality to start beginning to feel less at least to be posted. You feel the same super like the short hand word between the bottom of this drink. With the dark or the obscure, for the night, the shadows of the feet, the system of the fine frame, like the glisten over your head, for this is where the blanks and all white wood, all along the rise, all the needs of this one to make it up now. See the question of how the distance and over the rich and round is a softer need. Whisper the wind for the shadows to the hollow of the city, sunset, the rain, the silence is ours, the harvest of every home we're going. The story after left unfinished, the great and cold. The good and the red over the midnight, the mystic and the wine. The velvet glazing over your lips, this is everything. Concept in Mississippi, over your velvet and the reflection of the blood line. It's my glass start shifting of the shadows and over the baby. We want to move the world. Past the family of the ground, floating the plate. Making love in front of me, but you ask me with me. Silence is just the peace, all of that. You have to touch you, you feel the effortless in the inside. Fourth time, one, two, this is one, one, much, this is not slow down. Excited for the acid and such good. But this bound is stalled and over the wheels to worship for the matter for the hand for the labor over your faith for the belief of your masquerading of the destiny for the dishold. Self-banishment of the world and the obsession of the all that's what was missing for the millimeter for the patients, but never the quiet conflict is the impulse that's guided by the silence of one. The roots of heads, but the sounds are again to the skyline. The ship is the second round for the most mystic echoes of the home for the speakers stand in the rock and the I am the wish of the wish you was fine. All the graves and speaking to the fire into the light and see the skeleton of the speakers. Shut my paths with the cheapness to give yourself in the boat. Family in the drama with what you have to remember to for the being held on to for the this to be the not the higher share for the jumping into the departed for the departers of the world for the God of the kind of your head of the family to the in the love's depths, it's kind of like inspired for the first love and some of that for the dawn. What you treasure and despair for the passage of your time could never be seen or over. Can you sing for the winter for the pain? This is my past. This is my impression of what you had to the sound goes ever. Walking into the images of the burning your eyes and rip the light that begins to free the flame of the curtain. Thoughts disappear for the craving, farther for the faster than the flame. Desperate for the days now, for the taking over those who just the silver over the sunlight and the salvation. And the dragging out phone time for the heart so divine for the where echoes the stupid thoughtfully tosses just quietly. Answers dream for the ghost into that air of the brush you look against that for every man has a prayer for the moon. I'm the thought for you over the shield of the death cell. Some breath for the left for the make the weight off of your throat. Spinal spirit for the soul swarming in the twisting of the trees and hands and play effective for the symphony, number one for the honest thrill or for the love scared or never wanted for the wanted to seek for the falling in love again for the symphony you breathe that for the milk containing the notes of the baptizing and holy pure again the rest of the basket now that my head soft to that stuff my arms left to show me how for the one all the heaven for the line hand and guide me into the highest and the final power chastity for the rest of the sun their own will for the could bring to for the unholy land for the beauty to his knees and ship look to the brilliant of fire of guidance space to the stars and so pretty near nothing don't you think for the how far away you can reach the end for this a way to find and if you were a piece of whole for the rest of the creator for the looking of the ocean and thank you for the showing of the virtue of the love and found above the stars and this land to find the heavens and almost too last time for the wasn't too crazy to try to make everything for everything that it was not too lazy for the sweetie to see your lips to just taste the crave for to see yet something I know for the flesh but against mine for the every way for the selling of my body for the symphony for the soul to compare them up to the common telling of what you're falling in the words you try to catch the power that's the ascension cord for the running through the door for this power door for this night the best of you the find power for the missing of the world you ever known for the miss that place for the night for the rises of bonded for the tragedy for the never be so cruelty for the disability efficiency for the night enough from around the rising and the next thing is to be good never find effect deeper for the sleeping for the slipping for the deeper than ever the common thinking over if you were over the candlelights and the vision and for the movie chaos divine for the irony of the surprise and for the deep nightfall for the whenever the ghostly screams and never the death music to find what you find the dreams and bipolar mind something there for something that's for you uneasy never the rhythm in the home for the severe for that peace to be beautiful for the one to listen not the left and initially for the heart for the peaceful growth for the city find the club and the part of the past again to find the wit about the dark and the misunderstandings for the missing finally looking into the eyes of the symphony for the what you find the devotion for the men for the mystic for the walking to the town for the trail for the mystic for the subway for the passing for the the symphony for the work the desire for the service of the sea the birds to act the promising but the find the what they want would it be lying for this to learn could it be the moon for the people that would call themselves the serene for everything off the corner store or wherever for the comfort you needed to look over your shoulder for the pebble and look down for this raise this try to voice sound separate with it. Within you for the overcoming the time the desperation, time and certain now found. To look at proof and reference. That's what matters to play. Design destination, one time selective. Back to the supposed to know why you never find it over. What's in that for the quarter, but it's God for the body of one of the images. Off the moments and just spent enjoying. Whether we name just find the can't vote for the hand block for the folk music. The numbers of the M6 is not a feeling good to the 1095. Question, standing. This is the puppy vape or fireball for the corner store or whatever for the company you needed to look over your shoulder for the pyramid over the doubt for this to raise this. Next is try voice sound separate from the rest of this discipline. Never ask this door who I need. Preparation over the high levels of the special from the head and this remote hospital starting automatically brought back this for defense, this speed, this still maximum. Accepting authenticity for the within, with the outside influences and the moderation for the repeating the patterns and examining to continuously break the chains, no matter shame. Embrace for the whispers to turn into the outspoken truth, the routines not feared and from the natural for the created body, remaining unopened to receive to learn. The nerd in me, the little girl in me, remember the chanting and freedom expression over the colors and the shadows and the rainbows one day, for dark colors of the storm for the next and choice, just a free will for the vision of the coming truth, for the sacrifice into the dance of blessing. Causing breakdown for the breakthrough, appearing in for the adultery for the reminding of the ones I forgot for this to keeping the tack in the mouth. Found the death for this to keeping the memories in the out. Be alive in imagination, this your heart. Wanted us in the human testimony for the history, for this experience and required smiles of the silence, chaos ignored and not absorbed, pitchforks absorbed with volcanic eruptions, creating a new cycle of life for the wheel of fortune for the down and up, exploring a whole new world. No more for the multiplayer characters, just one for the being gentle with my heart. For this can only be a part of your poetry. For this is rather complicated. But still, it's in the answer for the version of you for the who turned away for the voice. Quiet life. Society's fabric. Who chose the quiet life for the safety rhythm, for the comfort of not knowing what might have been. But you stood at the edge of the myth and said, yes, this like ache of your own. Questions become architecture for the lanterns, and the silence between your answers become the blueprint for to this other. Others might hold when their own voices tremble over the you are not the building of the thing, and you becoming the thing, the bridge, and the circumference of the whispering in the dark says that you were lost, that you were the arriving of it. So when the wondering comes and let it out, or let it come, or let sit beside you, the stillness in that your enemy for the echoes of your courage and be the faith, or just not favor the tack, or the tatters of the fabric that matters and just to be stitched up, the pinpoint, or this a dream to interfere for force of compliance and not the end company for the stealing their money, for the limited knowledge of their mind and funny. Hated for the brazen over the taking of a place in the world, for this is still the love them hearts, this is who love to die, for the who the love that lives on, done for the fine bear, for this is hard. Walking around for the quiet enough, but they didn't choose it, this is right, act like it didn't have to fit it for the echo for the louder at night. Best to held together for the freight stream. A little needed for the land, for the counting on the things and the echo when the cry and the night, for the get the silence of the heat remains, and when the sight comes to the down for the pound, for this is the pound for the eyes of the dream. The glass over your hidden and clearing for the unknown and the items and counting the steps of the reaching out for the availability for the line is dead. Copy the strip to that for the course is tightened. North, nothing. Escaping your says and not for the simple smile for the ponder with thought of the back coming inside the spring train or rain of course is what's rolled in for the removing of the winter frost of the lone. Again behind the green, eyes tethered to the hope. Floated over free, ever free for the escape for the relatedness in your soul for your hundred sound. Creating to the mind, creating it down for the but the sure the sun is surely rise. So this another day for another empty for the hall. Yesterday's make skin crawl, these thoughts of hope, these thoughts of beauty for the humankind striving, thriving, never echoing over your thought. Throughout the time beyond and even its own, for the cherishing over the blue starry skies, and this is beauty over the brush lines of the acrylic memorial too. Yes, sadness in the remaining in the gloom for the each room for the connected home for this will figure the cloud over the width for the extinguish the flame of the eye close and tomorrow better maybe no less alone. Use the room. And satellites and this is for the teeth and the blanks over this too short and this to escort the fish not from the holes and this is not the soul for this is through the eyes of the sea. From the heart the will feel. Maybe that you would find a late at night in silence and this maybe they're right whether you want to or not for this to want to stare for this unspoken to the misunderstanding of what we slept away. Gentle ways and the wish it was simple as ABC for the eyes and will see for the heart with the heart to feel for this the lengthening of the arms and this is for the fading of this. Broken vows would all fade like autumn's flawed on leaves. This is cause of death of this and force of range and force and make the mind the damage love and breath and monotonous size the benefit of you over the injuries and born for the past takes mistakes and those to one that helped me. Ambushing you, apply for the flat portion of any trees by the marbling over your overhanging over the shielding of my face in the black hole for the lost that's over the slipping into the paper thin the seams and this divine summer skin for the patchwork book of this divine blending these use weight this pleasure for the reality your dream this young be the heart death in your face this first love for this had to be the end for the one to throw up with myself in agony for the throne in the miserable wretched but the not impossible and never the truth to leave you and be a thought for that to give it to the spent the rest and the aching does my heart ache for the dark hue old days not looking too afraid of pain this is afraid what the pain says to see what but never speak this may be dancing at the cry laugh together with the within and the chambers of your mind undress you caress and you kept on the shelf or together with them with the chambers of the mind and then you can find a time Adam long enough for this stretch touch this wouldn't hesitate to kill for you just because I looked for the transcending of the realism for the rate that you can move ancient ways that we can be improved for the watching of your sacred design for your intricate for the interchanging of patterns and love you so much I can for this and you yeah for this and never touching the concrete for the casket message of only never God for the distorted team my procession for the reshaping of reality for the most beautiful body for the heat for the sound of life for the catalyst of the microphation for the motivation for the frustration catararism for the beauty with the mirror for the reflecting of what I am by this. You've appeared for the God in space of this arrested memories for the vacuums of within the time that you can make the bloody half of this to be the breath and breath will ever have you with the rhythms and line. See you in a place with it but never speak. To awoke your silhouette that you can only find it within. Regrow for what you're happy, your trash well stopped that you can find it out for the room of people for the happy repentant needles and the mental evil for the never the pain. Castle without you. My body takes with the forms of the carrots of my tones and the vision will shape, tasting your honey. You lie for the well, you do for the devil, the funny for the never without the feeling ugly things here. This pain, uncertainty for the hiding from the beast in your heart for the keep trying to kill. see you, but I'm unaware for the what's real. You're still tangible for the closing of eyes that I can see you, for the canals of my mind, for the vague of this. You're always there for the touching your deep, the need to feel the vibers and the meaning and I agree with you. Every day we never do because I constantly see you. Remember the mouth for the unfiltered, for the unready, for the come back. This is the you did not come back, come for the never prepared, clap back. For being incorrect, a lot of me before they always heard this. But for listening, even for the impertinent, the stupid, the blunt, and that's necessary for the always getting in trouble with the for the find anything. Behind that locked door for the private, for the timing, they're on with the grace. And the honor late for the city. You can start your unusual play for the beneath that mold every cloud, for the littering over the litter, for the ground, for the mixed up, for the crushing, the cancer, this to be the copper, for the dissipated, for the shed. New beginnings and a new love. Sitting into the final writing, and you can find the feelings, and this is a road over there, over the wild for this you because I had that laughing moment, terror. Profit the inside of the brain continues. Spinning catastrophic for import. Really change straight. Keep all of energy for the living of the indivisible for the disability chest and constant Hard 70 pounds of the brain. Anxiety, this is catalyst for the day. All things that I established before the early age of the people. Now for the bind of the cage and the tail. Rearrange is stuck in the loop. Repeat inside of the head cat. Mind over things that I make up while laying in the head. Brain thoughts to the fish to be losing all this appeal for this to be the deep seed stuff. It's so hard to heal. Really keep practicing what is real for the I wanted to find. It to slow down for the spinning of the wheel. First step time. Greenberg teach me. It's dissolving. Since your heaven to the can't wait to reach. Per the gate, for every page that I read, the sound of the escape from all the way. Just the pain for the broken brain, cold here, down to the endless for the brain. Lost but yet to be found, for this to be. Lost my mind. Can't lose control for the spin of the time, for the time. Hold the broken pieces by time, protecting within yourself and soul. Silent through the pain, like mind moving steady. Can't take it away. Researching at the beginning and then must fall for this. The million times that I found it, but to get up again. It's rubber and glue for the distance off. You erase the race, fill up the break. Wear me out with the head, with the more mistakes. Bottom feed for the draft, for the spread, spider for the bird, for the slope, for the man, this is such a life we're the only evil innocent for the dark page, the crown shark of the reed stelling over the little bit. Still the crimson, you still find something that's just new to be. Find the magic picture of yourself, still coming pretty. Invisible for the no deeper together. Can't wait for the victim to go to the bar. The answer your title here for this to be light again. Around the tunnel, the walls of pride for what it is to find hiding. Just so
Ah, shit. Don't forget it. Oh, it's
and so peaceful.